Thank you, Elijah. So I think it's very important, to do that. But however, like it's a very important something. We are working with all these market women I told you about, you know. So, and that's why we are recruiting them. The doctor I told you about has about 5,000. I know Nigerians exaggerate a lot, so it may not really be up to that. But at least it will be a good starting point to, push those products into the market. Then we'll go from there. So almost 20 minutes of our time is gone. Miss Dami, welcome on board. And Mr. Elijah, you welcome. We can see all the efforts you guys are making to attend the meeting. We really appreciate your efforts. Yeah, it happens at times. So, Elijah, the floor is yours for now. You have about 12 minutes thereabouts.
Okay, good morning, everyone, and good morning, sir. I'm just coming from a meeting right now, and Okunigbe, and sincerely, with the look of things, there are more positives that we can draw from them. I'm going to send the CEO the report of the meeting. Secondly, I want every one of us to know that we are also pulling some strings from Iwo. So that means I'll be going to Iwo around 11:12. The car bringing, because we are supplying them herbicides, subsidized herbicides. So the secretary, I'm going to send you the invoice for the stuff on the something. So please, you have to keep that. Then also
Which
we
of
have
the
to write it
secretary
down.
now? Which of the
Sir?
secretary? Because
Actually, one is keeping the hard copy, one is keeping the e-copy, so that the board.
which secretary are you talking about? So
Okay,
that she
Miss
will not
Dami is keeping
split.
the hard copy, while Mrs. Elizabeth is keeping the e-copy. So that's how it
So
is.
you're actually talking to both of them.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. So now Mrs. Lizzie will also blog based on the video I'm going to send to her today. So we want the blog to be out by tomorrow, because as much as we are doing, we would love the world to see, and for our investors and for the board to see what we are doing. So that's the second thing. Now, towards our launching.
Sorry, Elijah,
Yes, sir.
do we have all those agro products on grant in Iwo already?
No, they are not yet here. We had a logistic
Okay,
issue yesterday, so
okay.
it will be on its way. If I had to wait, I wouldn't have
You will
recorded the
not.
success I recorded at Okonigbe now.
Okay,
So
okay.
that's it.
I
So
understand.
so I've actually arranged a vehicle which I've paid for to bring those things from Ilorin. Once it gets to Ijara Road here, he will pick me up, and the secretary will move straight to Iwo. We'll have the meeting, we'll have the recorded, have the pictures taken, and everything will be done. We'll send it to you
Today, yeah?
today, everything today. That's it.
Super.
So for both secretaries, I will assign the attacks for them today, so that they can start working on the attacks today. That's it. And towards our launching, very soon, because I'm actually getting, in short, what actually delaying us is the machine. And from the little politics and the little diplomacy that was adopted, thanks to the CEO on this idea, I was able to get a virtual date, like a realistic date, because I've been to the fabricators company to check what is happening, what is going on. So he gave me an assurance that this week, and Ilorin people and their sentiments, it's somehow crazy at times. But I promised myself I'll be going there every day, so that I will sit on his neck. By the time he sees that I'm on his neck every time, he's going to get it done. All the parts for the machines are already on ground and everything. So the secretary, I've actually composed a letter which I've sent to the CEO. I'm not sure if the letter is okay, so that we can start sending out our letters. So the way I think we should do it is, probably we should check the time, because I requested for the activities, because in Okinigbe, they have some activities coming up by June. So I want to get the exact date.
Okay.
Likewise, Iwo, because of a schedule issue or something like that. I don't know.
Mhm,
So I want to get the dates of all these things, so that any date we pick would not coincide
mhm.
or collide with their own date. So I'm going to get that done latest before Friday. I'm going to get the facts of everything. Now, the floor has been softened regarding to meet the two obas, either Oba of Okinigbe, Oba of Vivo or something. That is not a problem. We can meet them. The letters I've already sent to the CEO for review. Anything that we need to add, kindly help us add, sir, so that we can produce. Now, for everybody, we have a letter-headed paper, which I have already printed out. I've already printed out the hard copy already. The letter-headed paper, which I've sent the sample to the CEO recently. I'm going to resend it again. Now, anything that we are sending out must be on our letter-headed paper. And also, ID card. I'm working on that too. ID card, we must have it. ID card, we must have it. So either you are in Abuja, you are in Lagos, there's a way we can send it to you to have it. Because anywhere you go, you represent Keycom. So that is on that. Now, lastly, on the site, I'm looking at the site right now. I wish I can just turn the camera of my system. This is the expanse of the land we have in the Philippines. I'm going to send a video on this. So as things stands right now, we are moving. And thanks to God for the rain, because it's actually making the structure more firm. We still have a lot of things to do on the site. So we have actually removed our site from allowing the completion of the site to determine when to do our launching. Because as it is right now, this should not determine our launching or anything. Okay. Even though I actually want us to even sit on that site, like I want us to put tent on the site, like put it on that foundation. It is still possible. As things stands right now, we are only left with 3 steps. Number 1, they will do ramming. Ramming is when you actually force the hard materials together so as to form a tightly compacted, layers. That's 1. 2, once they are done, the DPC guys, when they do this, that is damp control. Once DPC is done, we'll now do face flooring. Now, I can send pictures of the materials we have, which is actually enough to do the surface flooring. Though we have some little logistics issue, like and in terms of something. But in short, everything regarding the site is moving as expected. That is on that. Now, lastly, our goal, which was given to me by this, I'm not sure if this was shared with everybody, to meet 100 farmers. 100 farmers before this year runs out. So I'm getting some inputs, but I don't want to create that like a news now. The report of that will be sent to the CEO, deliberate, because there are some requests that they are making and blah 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 stuff like that. It is not yet a formal something yet, and I'm not trying to create news on that. But once we get there, we'll surely cross it. Lastly, or second to the last, regarding the bagging, here is it. Mr. Ni told me about 25,000 pieces, which to me is too much, way too much. If the 25,000 will be the base, I'm not sure it's doable because right now, as it stands, the rice is of a different thickness. The okababa or millet or something is of a different thickness. Maize is of a different thickness. Now, I got in contact with someone yesterday. The person still mentioned, because I was actually trying to correlate my reports with Mr. Nii. That was why when he spoke to me yesterday, I told him, just give me the price. I'm concerned about the price. The price I going to move after. Once I get the price this person gave to me, we can correlate. And he gave me some description of where they sold this sack around Niger Mina. That is where they produce these things. Even if you want to buy 100 pieces, they sell. So since Mr. Nii is very close to, I'm very sure I've been to Abuja several times. You know, you meet Lokoja from Kogi Lokoja to Mina. If you are passing the all this Bida Mokwa side, I was even given the description. So I'm going to send you the description. Kindly go there, inquire, because that is where they make this thing. It's a very, according to what I was explained to, it is a very big company that even if you want to buy 100 pieces, it is possible. Now, one thing.
Do you have that phone number, Elijah?
No, the person said if they want to order, he also there's like a middleman. I want to remove the middleman. Since they've given me the address, if it's possible, or let me say it is possible, I get you the phone number today. Just let me use that word. It is possible, even if it is phone number of that middleman. I know how to trick his brain or her brain or something. Get him. Let me get me the phone number. I can call the company directly. It's as simple as that. Even their own is Omanshi Sugar that has, Sugar adds this lining inside, this rubber something lining inside. So they make all those sacks. And for the logo that will be on it and every other thing, for me, I don't think, because the more you print on it, the more money you are going to. Keycom rice, Keycom this, Keycom that is okay. That is enough. And especially
Key food,
sir,
key food,
good,
key food.
very fine.
Not simple for
Key
a
food,
start.
fine for a start. Then this batch number we want to do of a thing, the man said it's a very good thing. That is doable. It is highly doable. But the more you want to put on the sack, the more money you're going to spend. So just trying to cut costs and every other thing, because with the way things are, it's actually doable. It's doable. Everything is doable. So that's not actually a problem. So that's all I have for now. I still have more, but for the sake of our
Mhm.
time, I would love
Okay.
to stop now, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, because we just have about 10 minutes. Thank you so
Yes, sir.
much, Elijah, for that,
Thank you, sir.
for those elaborate summary of your activities in the past 1 week. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Then let me just start from the very last. I think it would be a good idea to get Mr. Nee like a phone number before he travels. I mean, we have to be a little bit considerate because of
Sure.
all the insecurity in the country, and especially around those axes.
Yeah.
One needs to know where you are going before you just embark on a journey. He's a family man of four. He's a father of four. You understand?
I'm a father of
We
two.
all, we all, we all need him alive. You understand? So
You.
yeah. So let's make I mean, let's know that there's really a strong reason for him to travel before he just embarks on so that it won't just be a missionless travel. However, like having said that, let me elaborate more on what Elijah said about our goal for the year. I think it's very important, and I think I've not stressed or emphasized it enough. We have a goal of meeting 100 farmers this year, you know, and that comes with a lot of bonuses for you and your family. You understand? As much as you are being paid salary, wherever, if we as a group or you as an individual, as an employee, are able to meet your own part, the contributory part towards this goal, you have a bonus at the end of every year. I won't disclose it to you for now, but believe me, they are really, really very juicy. It's something that many of you will really like. So let's work towards this goal. Miss Dami, it's an opportunity.
On mute. On mute. Hello.
On this particular spot. Okay, yeah. Okay, he's back. Yeah. So, like I said, we all have our different roles to contribute towards meeting this goal of 100 farmers. Just yesterday, the company released more than 2 million naira, right? If I'm not
Yes, sir.
mistaken.
2,141,000 naira,
Yes.
sir.
For the farmers,
Yes, sir.
even without them paying a kobo,
Yes, sir.
yet, because we've seen their seriousness about this whole thing. I mean, the other community now, Iwo,
Yes, sir.
And all the necessary things have been, put in place, as you heard from Elijah, and hopefully they will get those agro products, for their farms. So, I mean, we believe that if they see all these commitments from the part of the company, they too will be encouraged, to do their own part. But as they do all of these things, it's very important for us to play our part. Dami, talking about playing our parts. Um, Elijah has reported you several times about listening to simple instruction. You know, he has suggested a lot of, punitive or like, àwọn measures to help me, but I feel it will be unfair for now. And that's why you have to be taken to simple instruction. And the reason why I'm saying this is like, and you don't have to be, wọ́n máa ń sọ kínní kan ní Yorùbá pé kò sẹ́ni tó kọjá ìbáwí. We are all here to learn and grow. And incidents happened. I don't know whether it was yesterday or the day before. One of the people that came to the site was touching the camera. Ó dẹ̀ sọ fún àbúrò àbẹ́gbọ́n ẹ̀dẹ̀ ni pé That one was telling him, do you know, as you are touching it, they are watching you from all over the world. Don't touch it too. This was someone who was not supposed to be on the site. How will you be inviting a family member, maybe a brother or something, to be coming to where you are working? You see the attribute, you see party our Africans that man consistent. But I don't really blame them. I blame you, Dami, because you are not supposed to leave those people alone. They say you are at the office. What are you doing in the office? You're supposed to be at the site. Don't allow anybody to be entering that place. And more importantly, whatever Elijah tells you, I've told you, he is your direct supervisor. I don't really have much things to, if he tells you today that the work is over, believe me, I will just sign it. So if he tells you something, please listen. And it's just a way for us to grow. It's all part of the, company, what do you call it now? Policy. You understand? So if he gives you an instruction, please, as much as possible, try and adhere to it. So I don't really want to stress much because I have a lot of other things, to talk about. Then talking about our individual goals, please. Lizzie also mentioned, I'm glad that you're able to get all those reports directly from Elijah now, and you're able to document all those things. That's a very, very that's a big improvement over the past days. Or do you have anything for us, Lizzie, in 1-2 minutes? If you have any contribution, if there's none, we can proceed.
Okay, sir. I had a meeting with Mr. Elijah. So this week put me through on how to create bulk SMS on chat GPT. So we have some other knowledge shares. So immediately after the meeting, I put everything into practice. So, and I uploaded the files sent to me, the manager sent to me on Google Docs. So I'm still working on the blog as well. I'm trying to practice it so that I can become expert.
Super. Yeah. I mean, it's all part of growth, in the company. Like I told Dami, we are all here to grow. We don't want anybody to be on the same level. We want everybody to grow. It's not just collecting salary. As far as I'm concerned, salary is just for you to keep body and soul together. The real benefit you gain from any company is those, experience that comes with it. If I'm paid any amount of money and I cannot benefit anything from a company, believe me, I won't have any business to do. It's those experiences that are going to pave way for you in the future. Really, it's not about the money. The money will come if you do the right thing. I believe those of you that really understand, this principle, know this very well. All right, thank you very much, and Lizzie, for that.
Yes, sir.
Also, please work on your blogging skill. It's very important. It's all part of your work. You can study the previous ones that Elijah did, so that, and you can do some master courses on Coursera or wherever, or just, I think a good starting point is just to study the previous ones that Elijah wrote. If you can study those ones, believe me, you'll be able to do 1 or 2 things. Then I think lastly, okay, no, not really lastly, talking about the machine, Elijah, well done. Well done. I taught you something yesterday on by, I don't know whether it was just, about diplomacy. Believe me, you don't really have to be right in everything. There are some very difficult people, with my dealings with people that they don't mind. They know that they are wrong and they know that they are going to lose something, but they still don't mind because of ego. And that thing is very common in Africa. We attach ego, sentiment, and everything to things. In situations like that, just step down a little bit. If everybody is going through the same thing, like I am right, believe me, you are going to crash your own goal. And you know what? For him, it doesn't really matter. He doesn't want to meet any expectation. He's just concerned about his own goal. So we call something massaging someone's ego. You want to arrive at a point. Don't be in any power tussle with anybody. No, but I told you this before. This guy is going nowhere. Believe me. You will just see, you should be concerned about you reaching your own goal. You understand? So I think it's 1 or 2 those things, when the little thing I was able to do, and now we have a date for our machine, because based on how we were going before, believe me, this guy was ready to just, continue like that. I would just be talking story. But now, to God be the glory. We, we can say that we have a date for that. Then lastly, for Mr. For our launching, Elijah,